So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field here in Chicago. And we're happy to return to it once again in its final chapters as an NFL stadium. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Santos out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. Emmanuel Wilson to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Set, hut, ready.
Love throwing to start us off. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Bears take over at what looks to be the 43-yard line. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as the quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
Wow, again they don't snap it before the play clock runs out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Now an inside give to Johnson. Back to where they started as the play picks up 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Packers'
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Williams from the gun. It's taken in by Roman Tunze. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Johnson. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and goal, it's Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights, and the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Wilson with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Love now.
At the 50-yard line.
Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And the Packers 1st down.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
560.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. And inside the red zone, they're leaving the offense out. They'll run for it, Jacobs. And he can't get the push they needed. They hold him at the line and send him packing after a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
They set up the screen here to Swift. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Complete right side. Gordon has it. Jukes away from one. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
And when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Set, hut.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
Red 38. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he can make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Come on, set.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Still going inside the 35. And he is down all the way to that 15-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's denied the score as they finally get him down at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Soldier Field after this. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Ready. Hut, hut.
Jacobs takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Josh Blackwell to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10.
32.
Working from the gun, Williams. Short pass brought in. Short pick up to their own 31. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finding Burden. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
That's good for the Bears. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
New set of downs from the 37. They're running out of the pistol with Johnson. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Connecting with his back here, Swift. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Oh, he has somebody. It's caught. And he's hauled down. What a wild play as they pull off the double pass. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on 1st down. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Santos' kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Pretty obvious right there. That field goal doesn't happen without the big strike before it. But you know what I love, Kate? I love the sense of urgency. Everybody on the same page. They needed that big play to put points on the board.
Here's a return from the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. On now is McManus to kick this away. Devin Duvernay to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
On the return, the Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st down, and they go right back to it. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
What is up?
Here's Swift on 2nd down. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring us 3rd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. The shotgun to give to Swift. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Here's Williams. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So 1st time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Setting up the running back screen. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown, I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Wilson with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Let's go now.
Throwing his love on third. Gets it downfield, on target to Watson. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. So first down from the 41.
First and 10 at the 41-yard
Loves to throw again. Right back to Watson. This is Combs. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And it'll give the Packers the first. Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Packers.
43 rail. Set.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry. Offense in the hurry up here.
19-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Love out of the shotgun.
Second and 3.
That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers start the second half with some needed points. Christian Watson with the touchdown.
Brandon McManus lining up for the
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Maybe a little panic here. Maybe they feel like they have to. Down 2 scores. Look at this. Lining up for the onside kick here in the third. And it looks like the Bears are able to recover that kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. All right, partner, are you on board with that call
No.
we just saw? Yes, they trailed, but it's not a huge lead. It's only in the third quarter. Hold it, you jumped the gun. Now they're in a tougher spot because they didn't recover. Did you say no?
No. No. No.
Why not?
Because 95% of the time or so, those things fail. Why would you do that this early? No.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Bears football to begin the fourth as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Staying grounded with Swift. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Third down, here's Williams. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense, able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 6.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. They've got 2nd and 4. Working quickly here.
A 7-yard pickup.
Love from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
He's got his man. This is Kraft. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Goes to the hurry up here. First down throw. Here's Love. Flushed out of the pocket. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26.
It's a gain of
They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Working quickly here.
And the Packer first down.
Ready?
Thrown on first down, Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Come on, set.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's fight good enough to gain about 4. It's third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. It's a 39-yarder from the left hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. Got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35.
35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Taken in by Loveland. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running with Swift out of the gun. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Packers take their first timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. He's back to throw. He finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
They're going to pass it here. Brought in right side by Moore. He's going to have this one down to the 28. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be first down Bears.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Johnson up the middle. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. They'll now get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
4 yards.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
There's Butler! There's Butler! Westy!
First down and going back to Johnson. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.